So, okay, let's do this. So it'd be so cool if you could add stuff to this video. But let me start it off by saying, have you ever thought about having your company on the same platform, the same playing field as the big companies, the franchises, and all that other stuff? And what is the one thing that you think is that separates you from them, other than the amount of accounts that you can get? What do you think separates them from you? And it's at this point with the state of how we are, our society, we're so, digital and technological and all that other stuff. It's automating your business, making everything easily accessible without issues. You can just go here and just see whatever it is you need to see. And if you need to get in contact with somebody, you can just do that. So I'm going to talk to you and kind of show you what we created. And this is something that I am implementing in my business. And we are going to put out a version of it for people that are in automations. And maybe 10-10 program. I don't know. We'll talk about that, but I want you to kind of see what the concept is and see if this is something that fits what you're looking for your cleaning business or even your service-based business. So let's go. Okay, so this is what we call the client portal. And as you can see over here in the corner, call it the client portal. And it is specifically for your clients. This is an old client I had. I no longer have it. So we're going to kind of walk you through what the client portal actually does and what the intent is. Because I've talked to many people, in coaching and just online about what are some of the things that clients, when you're going to a client and you're taking over a client, what are some of their pain points? And one thing is communication, one thing, access, consistency, stuff like that. So when it comes to stuff like that, what can take away that pain point that separates you from the other cleaning businesses that are in your area? And being able to automate and being able to systemize your business and the interaction between client and cleaning business is the point that kind of will get you over that hump. All right. So this client portal, and I'm kind of breaking down what it does for you. All right. So this is a generic version of it, and we have other versions that'll be coming out. So this is specific to people that are in automations, but it's not live just yet for automations people, but it's coming. So I want you to know that. So this is for this specific cleaning account in the first portal or first area. And this is what the client sees. It's just the same as a, like, well, let's just leave it at that. It's specifically for the cleaning account, right? So now what they'll do is they'll go to this link or whatever link, however you send it to them is how you're going to send it to them, but they'll be able to have access to this portal, right? The client portal. This is where they'll get the information on how to use the portal. So we break it down. We have a video on here on how to use the portal from the aspect of the client and also from the aspect of your subcontractor or your cleaner. So that way they can go in there and they can always see how you use it. It breaks it down, tells them everything that they need to know. Also has a video that will tell them about the portal, right? So go through it. I'm not going to go through the whole video. Well, it's only a minute long. Let's see. And I don't know if you can hear it or not. Let's do this. Yeah, you should be able to hear it. Okay. And it just breaks it down for them. Okay. So we're not going to go all the way through. So that's the how-to part of it, right? So there's no confusion. There's no, hey, how do I use this? How do I do that? Right? So now you go to the account information, and this is more so for the subcontractor part of it, whoever is cleaning that facility, so they'll have access to this portal, which will probably take this out. It's probably not necessary for the specific because I have a personal subcontractor portal that they have all this information. So that'll probably come out, right? But that's where that is. The sign team, this is on the client side of it. They'll always know, excuse me, they'll always know what cleaner is assigned to that account, right? So here they can click on it and they can see this person. They'll have contact information, mainly email. I don't give phone numbers out. And I don't even know if that's even needed. We'll probably take this out, just have the person's name and the person's photo that they'll know who is assigned to that cleaning company or to that account. The next thing is service verification. And we'll probably take this out for the client portal side. This is more on the subcontractor side, but this is what they'll use to verify actually cleaning the account. Communication log, this is for the subcontractor cleaner or the client side. What they can do is they go to this link. We created a tool where if they have an issue within their facility, they can go to the portal, they can click on the link. The link will take them to the custodial communication log. And in that custodial communication log, they can, let's say, we'll walk through it. There's an issue, right? Let's say it's maybe a supply request. They need more supplies. It's a maintenance issue. Let's do a maintenance issue. Let's say the toilet in the women's restroom. I'm spelling it right now. Restroom is clogged. And we're cleaners, we're not plumbers and all this other stuff. So we will kind of let them know when stuff is wrong or going wrong. You can upload a photo of it. If you want to upload a photo, you can do that. You want to put the name of the person that's uh, actually submitting the communication, the issue, or whatever it may be, and then they'll sign it, right? Once they sign it and they submit it, the way that we have it, you'll have it set up for each form. Once it's submitted, that goes directly to your staff. If you have it set up that way, and it goes directly to the client. So they automatically get that notification, right? When something happens or anything like that. And what I will also do, I'll show you how that will look on the the side of your staff and what you'll see when that is submitted. Did I submit it? I probably shouldn't have submitted because I don't have that account anymore. But anyway, um, they don't never look at emails anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, so that's what the communication log does, and that's how it operates for the client side of it and for the cleaner side of it. Then you have the scope of work, which is just what you've done, what was in your proposal that you submitted, what you agreed upon. The scope of work, we have it already in there, so there's never a question. They'll go back and say, well, we need you to do this or we need you to do that. The scope of work is already there, so they'll know what we agreed to. And if there's any changes or anything they want to add on, whatever you have arranged or coordinated with them, that's what you'll go with. But your cleaner will always know what the scope of work is because it's right there within that portal. But more importantly, the client will know. So they'll know what the expectation is, what they paid for, what they agreed to. Safety data worksheets. Safety data worksheets, of course, should be in your janitor's closet, but you always want to have access to them. So for our accounts, we have the safety data worksheets of the supplies that our cleaners will have that's supplied by us if they're W-2 or by the subcontractor if they're 1099s. That will be on here so that it's easily and readily accessible. Is it a requirement to be in here? No, it's not. It's just an added feature, which it may be an option. We may keep it, we may not. Facility reports. This is a good one. This facility reports is when we do periodic inspections of the location. We will upload those those inspections to this form. So at any time, the client can sign into the portal. After they sign into the portal, they can go to facility reports and they can see the facility reports that have been accomplished. And you can have it set up however you want. You can add that to, pretty much right here. You'll add it right there. You'll put in what it is. Let's say inspection on, let's say 6/11/26. And then you can put any comments or notes you want to put in there, and then you can upload a link to the form, or you can upload the actual attachment to it. Either way, they'll have access to the facility report that way. And I'm not going to do it here, but I was just showing you what it looks like, okay? And in addition to that, if you wanted to have a section, and we're going to take this our services section out, photos, this section right here, and this is from previous cleans. You can add, upload videos, you can upload pictures of cleans. So like if you have your subcontractors actually send you photos verifying that they're clean, you can take those photos and add them to the portal, put the date on it so that the client can go in at any time and see on this date and that these are pictures from the cleans, and you don't have to do it if you have it set up where your virtual assistant or your staff or whatever, whenever they get those notifications, those service notifications in, they could go ahead and upload it to the specific client portal so that it's already there. You don't have to do it, but this is where we would put all of that information. Here's another time when we were doing the floors, right? You can see that's the machine we use. We're doing the floors, and they know right there on this date, that's when that service was conducted, right? And then here you can have contact information if you need them, give them access on how to contact you. There's a tutorial here, also a picture with all the information on there. It tells you how to do all of that stuff right then and there. And you can have frequently asked questions. These are things that aren't necessarily required. It's maybe an option, but that's how the client portal would work. And then the other thing is, how do you connect your client with, or the cleaning client with this portal? You just do an invite, you'll send them, you'll give them access. The other cool thing about this is that up here in the client portal, you can also do events. And in any of the events, you can set up all of the entire cleaning schedule. So if you use software like Jobber, House Call Pro, or anything like that, you can have it set up. So on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, whenever your cleaning is scheduled, you can get notifications sent to everybody that's a part of this portal. And the people that'll be a part of the portal are the cleaner, your staff, and the client, right? So everybody gets those notifications. You can have it set up where there's a reminder, maybe an hour before, the day before, and all that other stuff. And you can have automation set up for that. Okay. So that is the portal. Let me see. Let's go back here. Um, that's really it. Let me know what you think about it. Tell me if it's something that you think it's value, and how do you think we can kind of improve it if it's something that we want to improve. But this is my example of the clean portal or the client portal. So let me know. All right.